Hey guys, how's it going? Haven't done an update video in a while. Actually, I recorded like three or four random update videos on my phone. Um, I recorded like three or four of them over the course of a couple weeks, but I just either forgot to upload them, and then by the time I remembered that I recorded it, it was like 2 weeks out of date, uh, or I just wasn't feeling the videos, so I just deleted them. But and yes, in case you're wondering why I'm wearing a white hat, this is the hat that I wear when I go to sleep to keep the dreads from collecting like lint and dirt and stuff from the bed, to keep them clean and to keep them from getting just like pulled apart, and just to keep them in good condition. So um, that's why I'm wearing this hat. It is like it's like 4 in the morning right now. I'm trying to go to sleep, but I was just watching um, one of FaZe Jev's videos, like an 8 month old Modern Warfare video back when Season 1 first came out for the game. And it like immediately pulled me back to the other apartment, and it pulled me back to after Sam and I broke up, and then when I had my bed out in the living room, and I had my kind of cobbled together quote unquote bedroom set up out there when Dylan first moved in, and it kind of like just watching the video emotionally put me back in that place a little bit, kind of like the ghost of myself at that moment kind of like layered over me for a moment, and I was just like, oh yeah, I just got like really just like solemn, uh, like I'm fine, like I'm good. It's just like I was reintroduced to a lot of that, just like a brief emptiness where I remember just kind of being laying in that bed up until 5 or 6 in the morning, just watching Jed's videos, trying to find my place within myself, and dealing with the trauma of a breakup. So it kind of brought me back there, and it put me in the position of thinking how thankful I am for coming out of that, how thankful I am for the help that I had coming out of that, even the help that I didn't fully recognize, at the time, not realizing when, like, not really taking stock of how many people actually did reach out to me, whether it be through Discord, through Twitter messages, Facebook messages. Thinking back on it, I got a lot of messages. I got like 12 messages from people saying like, "Hey, maybe we can play this game. Take your mind off things. Hey, if you want to chat, I'm right here. How are you doing?" And people consistently checking up on me. And I owe a lot of me being stabilized by a few people during that period, because if I wasn't interacting with certain people, if I wasn't interacting with, say, Dylan, um, people at work, my friend Adam, if I wasn't interacting with her and everyone else, just I would have been in that dark place for much, much longer. My phone is now registering 2D's face in my shirt as a face. I can see the square floating above it. How is that messy chocolate chip pancake face right now being registered as a human being? God damn it, phone. But I never really took into stock just how much they really did ground me and pull me out of my rut that I was stuck in. And uh, I'm just as emotionally jaded as I am to a lot of things, and as much as I'm kind of sociopathic in a way of not fully feeling the emotions, like I'm not feeling what I'm thinking, and what I'm thinking is I'm super appreciative, you know, but what I'm feeling is just that consistent emptiness. I'm very emotionally flatlined a lot of times, and even though I am, like, I the concept of everything and what I know is I'm thankful to everybody, and it's weird because, like, I obviously it's hard to describe to somebody who doesn't understand that emotionless vapid existence is just like, I feel it, but I don't feel it. I don't feel a chemical reaction in my chest, but I feel it in my soul in a way, like my soul and mind overlapped. I feel very thankful to everybody, and I'm rambling. I'm sorry, but so after hitting this last stream, I lost my brain. Today, the last two, I streamed twice today, and I hit 100 followers on Twitch, which is fantastic. I hit affiliate, I hit 100 followers, and those are just the first steps to hopefully something bigger. I mean, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. It depends. A lot of it depends on me, um, committing. So, but I'm really, after all of these past, you know, like 9 months since everything kind of changed for me. Um, I've really learned a lot about myself, and I really have. I don't want to say I don't want to say I've grown. I guess I have, but like I don't know. To me, that's much more. That's a more monumental thing to say I've grown. But I've overcome a lot of my flimsy fears in life. Like silly things like I don't like sleeping without having a light on. I'm sleeping without having a light on now. And and that's even more powerful for me because I am afraid of the dark in a sense because your senses are gone. You lose. You have to rely on senses you don't have to rely on. So when it's dark and when I'm trying to sleep, I'm putting myself in the most vulnerable position, which I don't like. Obviously that frightens me. So to be able to sleep now with the light off in a room alone, to me, is some kind of progress within myself. It's something small like that people don't even consider, for me, is big. Um, and it's showing a lot of how much I am changing. But I am staying the same. I'm still me. All I know is I'm super happy. Like, honestly, I'm kind of happy that this all happened. I'm happy for all of this. I'm happy that I got to experience a huge portion of my life without relying on a relationship to get me through it. I'm happy that I got to deal with like 22 years of my life. I mean, discounting the 9 months where I was dating a girl from Pennsylvania, long distance. That's a separate thing that it counts, but it's on its own category. But to have 22 years of my life dedicated to me and to learning who I was and to shaping and molding who I was, just to have that very idea of who I am challenged by accepting another into my life. For 3 years, a lot of changes, and just to kind of wind up back where I started in a way, which is a whole other it's a whole other topic on that, but like, for 22 years to be me, 3 years to be introduced to completely radical concepts in my life, and then to have all of that crumble, to have me turn to dust and then reshape who I am again, this time with much more experience and a greater shift in perspective, while still maintaining who I am at the core. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I can see the path of progress, and I can see how much it really does fuel me in my everyday life. While my everyday life is perpetual misery, constant misery that I can't ever seem to escape. I am walking the line of progress, and while I am afraid of the future, I realize a lot more about myself that I think, as much as I loved being in a relationship for 3 years with somebody that even still in this moment I love with all my heart, I think honestly I was built to be alone. I was built to be a single human being, but adaptable to be in a relationship, And that's something I was kind of struggling with, was did I need a relationship to complete me, and for me to have that border between Chris and Lincoln kind of merge to the point where they're indistinguishable, or do I need to be with only myself every day to really be me? But I think being myself every day and being with myself every day, I'm closing the door to a relationship, but keeping a crack. Like, it's not locked, you know. If if in the future I feel it, then I feel it. And I know how to handle that better now. I know how to handle a lot of things better now. Um, and if I don't, and I do keep myself um, emotionally distant from people. Like, if you talk to me uh, outside, like, because there are two personas, right? There's Lincoln, there's the guy in the video, there's the guy on stream, the hype, interactive, goofy, whatever. That's Lincoln, and that is me. You know, that is a part of me. And then there's Chris, the person who goes to work, the person who's at home, who's very quiet, very sheltered, very to himself, very flat, very monotone, and driven by a desire to get something done every day so I don't feel disappointed in my existence. There's those two people, Chris and Lincoln, right? But they're me. They're both me. It's just the different me that I take out and I heighten up for certain situations, which is why I'm kind of afraid of people actually meeting me, like people online, you guys, you know, actually by some cosmic circumstance meeting me in real life. The fear of disappointment might creep into place, whereas I can be Lincoln in real life for sure. It's much more draining, you know. I don't know. I'm rambling again. It's just I kind of wanted to have like an open talk with you guys to make up for all the times where I didn't post an update video, because this is all stuff I've wanted to talk about and go over and just kind of keep you guys updated on, because you know these vlogs are meant to shed some light on what's going on with me, even if I'm not updating what's going on the channels. This is Chris's brain dump, and it's an archive for either me to look back on or for someone else to look back on when I'm dead. So if I'm dead, hey, I was alive. Um, and I know who I am. Whether I like me or not, I can live with me. And you guys make me see that. You guys make me see a lot about myself. So thank you. Thank you.